All right, run it. And action.
Spark Sessions! What's up? I'm Noelle at Noelle's Notions, and this is Spark Session with Ky Richy.
What's up? I'm Ky Richy. Let's get it.
Hey, so we are out here in the Bay Area. Dublin to be exact. We're at Juiced Fest, right? So you just performed, you went on. How did it feel to perform in front of everybody?
I don't know, it's my hometown, so, I'm just, trying to do my best and, make everyone really feel it. I feel like everyone kind of got into it, and it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Everyone's lights were on and everything. It was pretty tight. I seen you with the little
gimbal. I got the gimbal,
phone,
right? Recording shape. We're going to splice that in here so you guys who were unlucky enough to not be a part tonight can actually tune in into the full performance.
Woo!
So I know you performed a new song tonight. Do you want to talk a little bit about the logo on your shirt as well as the lyrics that you spoke this evening?
Right. So Switchblades and Roses is my new album coming out. It's coming out this fall.
Okay.
The merch line is coming out right now this spring. It's going to be online on May 25th. My music has really just kind of expanded, not only like the style, but just like with different artists that I've worked with, like Blast.
Yes.
A new song. Shout out to Blast real quick. But we did a song called Feeling My Vibe. I performed it tonight, and it was just like a different style, like a real like West Coast like G-Funk style, and it was like really cool to like get to work with him and for him to become like my friend, like because before that I was just like a real fan of his art, of his music.
Yeah. Well, it's really crazy, like you said, to see artists that you admired from afar that now you're actually working and producing music.
Right. That's pretty much like moving out to LA. That's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
Like getting to like meet all these people and like work with them and become friends with them. It's just totally different than what I experienced before, just trying to build my music career up and then moving to LA and meeting these people and being able to like actually work with them. It's just...
So how would you say that your sound has changed then since you've moved, or not even since you've moved, but in these past couple years?
I think my sound's like more like mature sound.
Okay.
Like before, like I was like really like young and like working on music, but like I hadn't like developed a sound yet.
Okay.
I hadn't like developed a sound where like people were like, oh, that's Ky Richy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it wasn't until I moved out to LA and kind of matured my sound and kind of progressed in music where people were like, okay, you found your niche, you found your sound, and that's you, I like it because that's you, and it's different than like trying to like copy or be you have like inspirations and stuff, and a lot of people like sound similar nowadays, but it's really it's really good just to be yourself and kind of find your niche and just go from there, expand from there.
Yeah, well, I mean, at this point in time, it's like being genuine is your gold, right? Like that's how you're working in this entertainment field when so many people, I think, can kind of be fake at times. So how would you say that your sound has matured now that you've done all these different things, you've really kind of focused on the person that you are today?
Right. I'd say just adding different like instruments. Like I play guitar. I sing. I try to, I have a couple different producers. Personified Beats.
Okay.
Sajai. River Beats. A couple of these different producers that come in and kind of they bring in their sounds, and then I kind of fuse that with my sound and what I'm about, and the final outcome just it turns out great. The fan base and everyone just like really enjoys it, and like you saw from the show, everyone was kind of getting into it.
Everyone had their lights on, everyone was jamming. It was really dope to see the people that came out to see you perform.
Yeah, it was cool. It was good vibes, and it felt good to have my hometown there and supporting me. So.
Now, what is something that fans don't know about you or would be surprised to find out?
So I kind of grew up on like skateboarding. I was like a skater at first, and then kind of got into like guitar playing, like rock star like lifestyle.
Okay.
And then finally like started listening to like hip hop, and I kind of like grew up on like the East Coast boom bap type of stuff, but then I also listened to like the G-Funk, the Warren G, the Snoop Dogg, the Corrupt, a lot of like West Coast stuff as well, Tupac. And then from there I kind of like fuse like the rock, you know, the Jimi Hendrix, the Jim Morrison, the Kurt Cobain, that rock star, and with like, you know, a lot of hip hop heads, you know, some old school West Coast stuff. So kind of fused that together and kind of made my own sound, and just kind of trying to write it out. And a lot of my lyrics just come from like just me, from my heart, you know. I talk about just my upbringing. I talk about like the skateboarding. I talk about like artists I listen to, like
just
Nirvana.
Your real life, right?
My real life, exactly. Just me, who I am. You know, I try not to stray from that. I tell stories sometimes. Like, I'm an artist. You know, I like to paint.
Yeah.
I like to paint a picture.
Of course.
But for the most part, I try not to stray from just me and like what I'm about and what I do on a day-to-day basis.
So what's next for you?
So I have Switchblades and Roses is my new project. It's coming out this fall.
Okay.
The clothing line has, we kind of did like a soft opening today.
Yeah, I saw the hats, the backpacks, the stickers. You even had the ski masks.
Right. So Handwritten LA, like that's my sponsor.
Okay.
And they sponsor me, and they're really supportive of me trying to create my own brand.
So what's the background behind your brand?
So Switchblades and Roses, as the artist, like I am the rose, you know what I'm saying? I am the beautiful, talented rose, but you go through a lot of things in life, obstacles, vices, whatever, you know. These things you go through in life are kind of like the switchblades, you know. They might cut off like a petal or something, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like, you're still beautiful, you're still a rose, you know, you still have talent that God gave you. So I try to just keep going with that talent and just keep, you know, giving it my all. And no matter, you know, what petals get cut off by the switchblades, I'm still a rose, you know, I'm still beautiful, I'm still talented. So that's kind of like the yin and the yang with Switchblades and Roses.
Well, and to your point, it's like your trials and your tribulations lead to your triumphs, right?
Exactly.
So it's like everything that you've gone through makes you the musician and the artist that you are today.
You're either winning or you're learning, you know what I'm saying? That's the mindset behind it. So.
Awesome. Well, it's really cool to see the background of not only how you manifest yourself as an artist, but then what you're trying to do for the community, right? So you're out here, we're in the Bay Area, you performed tonight, the energy was awesome in the room. I mean, everyone knew the lyrics, it was really cool. And then now you're bringing it down to Southern California, right? So what is the feeling that you get when you go on stage?
I get a little butterflies before that, but then I kind of like realize who I am, what I'm meant to the message I'm meant to deliver to, you know, my fan base or my crowd. And I just go out there and I deliver and I do the best that I can. And I hope that everyone enjoys it and everyone kind of can get into tune. And, you know, like you said, everyone's like singing the lyrics and stuff like that. It just brings a smile to my face, and it just like pumps me up even more, you know. So
awesome. Do you have any words of advice for fans or people who are watching out there?
My biggest advice would be just to keep going, because the whole music industry is like a roller coaster ride. Like, some days you're on top of the world and other days you're kind of down in the dumps, and you're trying to figure out who you are as an artist, but at the same time what your fan base likes, you know, and you're trying to deliver for them. And the most like important goal I can give you is just to not get lost in all that. Remember who you are. Remember that you're talented and that, you know, you deserve this, and just go out and give it your all. And you know, if you do that, then people will notice that, and, you know, people will recognize you. So, well,
again, you're really elevating authenticity, right? Like, just being yourself, and that's what's going to get you those fans. That's what's going to get you the fame. That's what's going to put you in the rock star lifestyle, right?
Exactly.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Ky Richy, for being on Spark Session. I really appreciate you. And the show was so lit, you guys. So we'll definitely be back for 2020. I felt that. That was the energy.